Moving forward fearlessly. So it's an 8 day, the 8th or ninth, but it's also an 8 day in totality. So very powerful today. So it's asking you to move forward. The day doesn't end until you close your eyes. So there are still things that you can do, even if it's early afternoon, evening, maybe it's morning for you. And what we're looking at is the power of eight, particularly in numerology. So what we're looking for is to be aware that we are stronger than what we imagine. We really, really are stronger than what we imagine. And so what we've got here, oh, something's just moved there. We'll just get rid of that. So we've got expansion, we've got empowerment, we've got assertiveness. It's asking you to balance your spiritual and your material earthly life, to make sure you give some attention to both of those. It's an ambitious day, it's goal orientated action. And what that means is if you want to lose weight and you haven't done exercise, just walk around the lounge room a couple of times. Maybe have a drink of water while you're doing that. It's also about relationships and what they mean to us and what we want to do with them. So very powerful day, not over until it's over. And it's asking us to move forward fearlessly, courageously. And the next card that came out is honoring your true feelings. So important. If you are sharing something that's happened to you and it's your emotions and people discount it, um, quite possibly, they haven't been through what you've been through, but you just need to remind them that it's important to you and they are important to you, and you'd really appreciate the time for them to hold some space for you. The next one here is beauty, about making the most of yourself. And I'm definitely not the, made up girl every day, but I try to be neat and tidy where I can. But this is, beauty on the inside as well as the outside. The next card that came out was visualization. And this is really important for you to visualize what it is. Hi, Jen. All the things that you would love to have. And then your job is to continue that feeling of being grateful. Oh, it's so good. And I'm really looking forward to this. And I'm grateful that I've got something similar. I'm grateful I've got the lounge that will fit in that space. I'm grateful for the opportunity to change location. I'm so excited about all of this. And you just keep thinking about it, but not demanding how it's going to happen, because I know there's been times when things have happened in my life and that is not the way I thought it was going to happen, but it's led me to getting what I want. The next card that came was to kick your heels up and to enjoy yourself. And we've got the rainbow there. And of course, that's all different personalities, all different colors, all the chakras. Get everything working and just really enjoy the day. I know when I lie in bed of a morning, I listen for the birds. I'm so grateful that there is this cacophony of all these different sounds. It's so beautiful. And the letting go. Boy, oh boy, is this the year to do it. We're all in a year 9. And this is the year. If there's something that you do want, and I'm amazed how many people are calling me saying, yep, I've got rid of this, I've got rid of that. And you can hear the excitement because it's making space in their life. The last one in this one is to be honest with yourself. And this is truly the magic of you. When you really know who you are, it's much easier to say yes, and it's much easier to say no when you really know who you are. So the next cards that I looked at was, this is like a stitch in time. Don't wait for a situation to get out of hand. Get prepared, thread your needle at least. Also, I feel that it might be adjustment. When we let a dress in, when we take a dress in, let it out, whatever. So sometimes it's not getting rid of the whole system, but it may be tweaking it, or it's not getting rid of the relationship. Maybe it's improving it or better communication. There's a gift coming here. And this might be an invitation invitation, or you may be giving a gift that you feel somebody would really enjoy. And it doesn't have to be big. It may be just a card with a dollar scratchy in. It could be, something small, maybe that you buy a plant and you say to the person, I was really thinking about you. I'd love you to have this. This one here is feeling a bit down, then straightening up, and then going into the Superman or Superwoman pose. And it's known, when you put your hands on your hips and, your head. It's very hard to be depressed in that particular position, but it straightens everything up, and the body goes, "Woo!" This looks like we're going to do something fairly dynamic, something powerful, and it's time for us to actually do that. The next cards that came out was number one. It's really important that you look after you first, the good old aeroplane, put the mask on first, help somebody else. But this is your target, because in January, the whole world will go into a number one year. And it's not about being selfish, but it's about being um, careful where you spend your energy. If you'd rather really not go to something, this is the coming year where you're going to say, no, I super want you to enjoy yourself, but I'm going to go to bed early and curl up with a book. Or, you go to that, and I'm really looking forward to going to this. So the number one year is definitely about what you want. Hi, Joe. The next card that came out, there is some travel happening here. Now, I've got a feeling this could be somebody coming in from overseas to visit you. Somebody that might be flying in that you haven't seen for quite some time. Maybe, your place is a stop off point. I remember when I was leaving Queensland, and I managed to get a cup of coffee with a girlfriend for 1 hour. Best hour we ever had. So sometimes it doesn't have to be, they're sleeping on your lounge and it rearranges your life. Maybe it's meeting them somewhere. But I feel as though that is somebody flying in rather than flying out. This one to me is about putting your best foot forward, putting your best shoes on, making the best. Hello from Greece. Hi, Dimitri. Lots of love to you and to everybody here. This is about putting your best shoes on, putting your best foot forward, deciding that people are going to get the best version of you. I always get a bit concerned when we say, well, this is the way I am, take it or leave it. And I go, yeah, okay, leave it. No, I don't do that. But I mean, I'd like to see the best version of them. That would be cool. Again, this one is coming up to do with movement. This is obviously a bit slower than an aeroplane, but this looks like getting ready to have a break, have a holiday, get back to nature, take off. And we had the rainbow earlier, and guess what? We've actually got it again. And you can see that we've got the clouds here. So after the rain comes, the sun, the rainbow, and you can see the hills here, the lovely and green, and the clouds are dissipating here because of the sun. So if you've had a bit of a tough time, or it's been a bit grey for you lately, as they say, this too shall pass, and we've got the rainbow there. So the last two cards that we're going to end on there, this one is about the phoenix, and this is about where things have been tough. See, phoenix rises from the ashes. So this is definitely letting go at tough times. And it's like something inspires you to rise up one more time. And you are opening up to your possibilities. They're not for everybody. Not all things are for all of us, but some things are definitely for us. And this one here, there are new possibilities, or actually, I really feel as though you're looking at possibilities slightly differently. And that works, doesn't it? As we get older, you've got things like we go to bed early because we're 3, 4, 5 years old, and we want to be good because we want to get the presents from Father Christmas. And then we find out, well, maybe there isn't a Father Christmas, but then we look forward to our Christmas presents from various people. And then as we get older, we might do Kris Kringle. which, the group of people get together and you just get one name and you buy one present. And then as you get older again, you might just be happy that everybody goes out for Christmas dinner. So it can change. You still enjoy the people, but the actual event has got different meaning as you got older. This one is the butterfly here. This is hopes and dreams. It's also like being a free spirit, becoming spectacular. I know you all are already, but it's that transformation, and that's very much around you at this time. Again, we're in a year 9. You will be, getting rid of things. You will be revamping who you are, who you want to be in the next few months, and definitely the whole next year's 9-year cycle. So now we're going to go on to the tea leaves. We've got the cup here. So I'm just going to drain those. And let's see what we've got here. All right, so some things are going to happen quickly because I've actually got tea leaves just on the outside of the handle, which is where we start. And it's interesting because it's just got this massive question mark at the beginning here, but it's made up of dots. So it's almost not like a real question. It might be, oh, if I won 100 million, what would I do? So I feel as though that's more like a daydream type of question. So maybe that's what's happening. But at the same time, we've got a heavy duty question mark here. You can probably see that. And this looks like it's closer to November, December. So some of you are going to be thinking, what shall I do about this? And if you can actually see it, it almost looks like an eagle in the middle. So this could be November, December, even coming up to January. It might drag on a bit, but when there's an eagle, it's normally legal. So maybe it's got something to do with trying to sell a home or trying to buy a home, or maybe there's a dispute of some kind. But it's definitely here. It sort of starts and it takes quite a while for it to finish. Okay. So moving around, and there's another question mark. So we've got quite a few. You can see that question mark there. We've got quite a few questions in here. The questions start off small. And they seem to gather momentum. So maybe there's a place that you go to, and now you're questioning: do I really want to go there? Do I really want to live here? Is that the career that I really want? So there seems to be lots of question marks here. And there's one here, and it looks like somebody might be going for a baby. Somebody's looking at, maybe starting a family or having another child. But it seems to be a few more months yet. Should we, shouldn't we? There seems to be, what's the word I'm looking for? There are circumstances around where you go, well, maybe it's not good timing right now because of this, this, and this. But it's certainly being well and truly talked about here. Now, there's some dots coming up, and it looks like a snowman to me. This is Christmas. And I just feel as though maybe for some people, the tradition of Christmas is changing. That families get scattered, and sometimes people want to go away on a cruise, or they want to go on holiday, or all that money they've decided they want to perhaps go and visit family overseas. So Christmas time, again, could definitely be changing. It doesn't mean to say that people don't love you. It just means that things are changing. Now, I feel like I've got, let me see here. Initially, it looked like 44, but it might be 34. So that could be a house number. It could be somebody's age. And it seems to do whatever this 44 is. It looks like it's to do with a move into a country residence rather than a suburban one. So to me, it looks as though someone's going to be living near trees, a little bit more space, and it looks like a two-story home. Looks perfect. If you don't want it, I think I'll have it. Looks really great. As I'm working my way around the cup, there's one more item here, and I feel as though this is looks like a dog to me, which is a friend, and it's absolutely sound asleep. But I feel like it should be awake. I'm feeling maybe there's an intruder or something like that. The dog sound asleep, totally oblivious. It's not a guard dog; it is a pet, but I think it's a little bit. Well, it's not on guard, is it? It's letting someone take what they shouldn't be taking. So this dog is absolutely sound asleep. So I don't feel it's one of these where you dash out and you get security cams or anything like that. But I don't know. Maybe take the dog for a walk and make it lose some weight and get the dog awake. Maybe it's got something to do with the health of your pet rather than burglars. Let's go down the easy road there. So tonight I have an announcement, and I will only be doing the show once a week now. It'll be every Monday night. There are some commitments that I have that I really, really want to get finished, and Friday just seems to yeah, the calls that come through I really need to take, and it's a very big rush. So I do apologize, but I will look forward to seeing you on a Monday night, and I truly hope that you can come along at that time. So we are now up to the meditation, and so I'd love you to take that wonderful deep breath and just close your eyes. And I know some of you are expert at this. And before we do that, please remember you can private message me through Facebook if you would like a reading, if you would like some life coaching, contact spirits on the other side. I do all that sort of work, and I also do healing work. So you can always private message me. We can have a little chat, see if things fit for each other, and we can take it from there. So I haven't gone. I'm just slightly not quite giving as much time to the show as much as I love it, and I love to see your names, and it's been wonderful. I just need to bring back that little bit of time. So let's take that deep breath, close your eyes, and say to yourself, I am here. Just normal breathing, no big effort. And with your eyes closed, imagine this wonderful white light coming from the universe, coming down the back of your head, down the back of your neck and your shoulders, down your arms, to your elbows, to your wrists, to your left hand and your right hand, and just letting your arms relax and letting that white light flow down your spine, letting those large muscles in your back that support us. We appreciate them. We want them to relax and enjoy these few minutes. Coming into the lower back, into the hips, pelvic area, your bottom, back of your legs, back of your knees, your calves, right down to the heels, and that feeling of being grounded. And then coming over the front of the face, letting any crinkles go that are in the forehead, eyes. Just relax now, relaxed. Coming over the jaw, letting it drop a little so the tongue can relax. And on the next breath, say to yourself, I am here now. I am present. I am here for myself. Down the throat, and then putting your hands on your chest area where your heart is. And imagining giving your heart its own pair of little lungs, and the heart breathing and just being so relaxed and so grateful that you have thought about it in this vein, given it its own pair of lungs. Thank you, Jen. And then with this deep sense of relaxation, have a sense of yourself floating deep, deep down inside yourself, very safely, very quietly. And as we move down deeper and deeper, more and more relaxed, being ever present to ourselves, there in front of you is your beautiful sanctuary door. And as you get closer, so close, just your vibration opens that door and you step into the most beautiful sanctuary. It's all yours. And the door closes behind you. And it's magnificent, it's spectacular, it's stunning. And it's just the way you want it. It may be beautiful picture windows. Maybe that every window holds a different view. It may be snow-covered mountains. The next one might be deep valleys with a beautiful river. Maybe it's tropical. Maybe it's nighttime out of another window. Maybe it has a fireplace. Maybe it has cathedral ceilings, indoor plants. And maybe your sanctuary is outdoors or deep in a cave. Just take a moment or two to really appreciate what you have created. And if this is new for you or you want to make any adjustments on the things that are available, because just by your thought, so it will be created. And the one thing that we all have in common is the healing bed in front of us. I'd love you to make your way over to the bed and feel deeply relaxed and supported with a sense of belonging, because it's true, you do belong. This is your place. This is your sanctuary. This is your creation. And you're safe, secure. And then notice as the pink mist comes, the healing, loving pink mist, nourishing you, nurturing you, scanning your body for cells that are tired, not working, misshapen. And they're scooped up to be transmuted later, but right now they're replaced by healthy, young, vibrant little cells that are so excited to be part of your healing and supportive journey. And the pink mist scans and loves you and shows you that you're appreciated and cared for, looked after, noticed. Going all over your body now, this sense of peace and alignment. And as you're lying there, you notice there's a light under a door. So you stand, you go towards the door, and the notice on the door is the wisdom door. And you step into what looks like a magnificent library. And there's a desk and a chair, and pen and paper. And here you can write down a question. Maybe you want to share something with your higher self, with your guides. As you do, get that sense that you're writing, you're sharing, you're opening your heart, you're releasing. You're asking for guidance. Maybe there's several things that you want to write down. And you may not get the answer straight away, and you may. Maybe tonight in your dreams might be a song tomorrow. And there's a little post box there. You're going to fold it up and put it in the post box. And what you notice, another piece of paper seems to be this pink piece of paper arrives right in front of you. And the pink paper is 5 things that you are grateful for, really, really appreciative for. And as you write those 5 things down, you pop that in the box as well. Another piece of paper arrives. This one is green, a pale green, green for go. Who is it? How do you want to live? Who is it you want to be? And I don't mean that you want to be Mother Teresa or Iron Man. Do you want to be loving to yourself and others? Do you want to be centered and peaceful to yourself and others? What would you really love for yourself? It's got nothing to do with income or status or what you think you should have. And it may be 2 or 3 words, and pop that in the box. And I want you to know this box belongs to the quantum field. It's connected. Maybe if you look, you can see these energy lines going off into the distance. So it's recorded beyond what we understand. So I'd like you to take a deep breath now. Go back to the healing mat and just say to yourself, I am here. I am here now. And know that you are loved and cared for, that you matter. People care about you. I care about you. And what is wonderful about this group, and has been since we've all been together, we support each other. That's not going to stop. Just take another deep breath. And then see yourself stand up from the healing bed and walk towards the door. And as you do, just with your frequency, your vibration, the door opens. And as you step outside, the door closes behind you and you begin to float back up where you started, here on the 8th of September 2025. Awake, centered, loved, rejuvenated, repaired, or the beginning of repairing. Grateful, looking for answers, deciding how you want to live. And because of the reading, what is it you want to let go of? What do you want to invite into your life? I wish you amazing health and happiness, joy, success, whatever that means to you. And Joe, I see that you'll be having a house and environment getting closer to the country. Absolutely gorgeous, Joe. Wonderful. So love you all. Thank you so much for coming. And as I say, I will now see you in a week's time, which will be next Monday evening. Until then, look after yourselves, take care, and thank you so much for sharing time with me. Truly appreciate you. Lots of love. Bye-bye.